Anyone here? How do I check? Where's my phone? Oh, I got my phone. Hello, stream. How's it going? How is everybody? I want to open Twitch on my phone as well so I can see what's going on. How's stream look? Oh. How does stream look? Stream looks pretty good to me. Hello, welcome to my home and kitchen. This is our first inaugural stream, our soft opening, if you will, of MSG Kitchen, my sweet grandma. Shoutouts. We're coming at you here, hopefully doing our Twitch stream a little more regularly. Today is, like we said, our first kind of soft opening, just testing the waters a little bit, but we're gonna be making some dinner. I am making Oyakodon. Oyakodon is a very special dish for me because it's one of the first dishes I learned to make at our old Japanese restaurant, Suru, in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. We no longer own it, but definitely one of my go-to dishes growing up around like 6th grade and like my teen years. This is a dish I ate all the time when I was really hungry and working at the restaurant. But Oyakodon is really cool because it's just a chicken, egg and rice dish. So chicken and egg cooked in like a sweet, savory stock poured over rice. Oyako means parent. Oh, sorry. Oyakodon is parent and child. So the parent, the chicken, and the eggs as the child. But we're gonna be making that with all this stuff here. So we have some cabbage, some onions, some really bad-looking scallions, duck fat, some furikake. This is soup base that I like to use. This is like the base of a lot of different broths in Japanese cuisine. So anything from your like udon broths, your soba broths, things along those lines. They can be used making this. This is super concentrated. You just have to dilute it. I have some special soy sauce here. Japanese soy sauce. It's been smoked, so we have smoked soy sauce here. I actually haven't tried this yet, but I am interested to see what it tastes like. And then just some sugar to sweeten it up. Japanese like tares and like sweet soy sauces tend to be like pretty sweet. Hey chat, what's up? You're here. You are here. Thanks Niot117 and Coolio Cookie. Nice to see y'all. What's up? Okay, let's get started. Also, like, is chat good? You know, like, how was your all's day here? Please tell me in chat what is one thing that made you smile today. All right, and I will read them. Hello, hey Sapna, how's it going? Good to see you. Have not seen you in a while. Let's see, which knife do I want to use? I'll use this knife. This knife was a specially gifted knife to me. It was gifted to me from my good friend Daniel Chang. So thank you, Daniel Chang. He is a photographer. He mainly photographs food photography, as well as other stuff. But he's a real cool dude. So I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs for this dish. I actually got, it's a funny story, I got like a lot of these produce from my grandmother on my mom's side. I've told the story like so many times that Martin actually hates me for telling this story all the time. But I get a bunch of free shit from my grandmother free produce because she is old and the government gives her free shit. So here we go. And she doesn't know how to use any of it really because a lot of it is either like American groceries, or they just give her a lot in excess, so she doesn't know what to do with them all. So I've been getting a bunch of groceries, but I will say I am so disappointed in the United States in like the type of foods that we give our elderly. Oh man, it's like a bunch of processed goods, like almost rotten vegetables. Like come on, we have to do better, like for real. Poggers, yes, fucking poggers. All right, so I have boneless, skinless thighs. I'm gonna trim off some of this excess fat because we don't need all that fat. We're gonna use duck fat to supply the fat in here. But I'm just kind of cutting this up into bite-sized pieces. So about like this size here, if you can see. So we're cutting this up. We're gonna season this just with a little bit of salt. Maybe a pinch of MSG. We'll see. I'll think about it. MSG could be nice, but like there's a lot of natural glutamic acid in all these ingredients already. So like soy sauce, this soup base all has a lot of natural glutamic acid. We also get like natural glutamic acid from cabbage actually too, I think. And I think that's and then the furikake will also have a lot of natural like kind of like that umami flavor as well. You want to come over? Yeah, for sure. What's up, Michelangelo? How you doing? Kim, I am making Oyakodon. Oyakodon is a donbori dish, which means it's a dish over rice from Japan. And it's one of the first dishes I learned to make at my parents' old Japanese restaurant in New Jersey. So a little bit about me. I grew up in New Jersey, and my parents and extended family too, like aunts and uncles and grandparents even, they actually all owned restaurants. They all owned restaurants. My grandfather came here in the States in, I believe, the 60s. He opened his first restaurant in Brooklyn, New York. And since has moved his operations to New Jersey. And now all of his children had pretty successful restaurant businesses. Most of them are retired now, thankfully, or they're just doing like manager work for the same restaurant, which is great. So they don't have to worry about like the bottom line. They actually get paid a salary now, which is amazing. Juice Chin, you can come over if you want to, actually. I don't know who you are, but yeah, totally cool. I love hosting people, so totally cool. Come through Sunday. Yeah. Oh, is that Joyce? What's up, Joyce? Yeah, come over Sunday. So I'm actually gonna season my chicken with, I have a curing salt here. This is 1 part MSG, 2 parts salt, 1 part sugar, and 1 part white pepper. So I'm gonna use this to season my chicken. Alright. Give that a little toss. I'm using this non-stick tamagoyaki pan. I really wanted to buy a tamagoyaki pan, this like square rectangular pan to make tamagoyaki. But I was like, oh man, like do I want to buy a single-use appliance, right? And I hate single-use appliances, but the thing with this is that this is not just a tamagoyaki pan, but this is just a non-stick pan in general that can also make tamagoyaki. So it is far superior than your round non-stick pans. I also hate non-stick pans in general. Good for eggs. This is perfect for eggs, and now I can make eggs in many different ways. So buy yourself one of these rectangular pans. All right, so I have my chicken. I'm gonna toss the seasoning in here. I'm gonna cut up some vegetables while this kind of sits. I also will add just a touch of cooking wine. So I'm using Chinese cooking wine here, but this Chinese wine. I use strictly Fujianese cooking wine because I am Fujianese. Fujianese means that I am, my family is from the Fujian province of China, which is right across the sea from Taiwan, next to Guangdong. So that's why I use Fujianese cooking wine. I suggest that you use Fujianese cooking wine too if you're about the culture, and I know you are, so please don't disappoint. But if you have to, use Shaoxing wine. Let's see. Yeah, so the reason why I'm adding wine to this is that wine gives, this is like a trick that I've learned from Chinese restaurants, but wine kind of takes away that like meaty gaminess, kind of like smelliness of meats. So if you let that sit a while, you'll have like a much cleaner tasting meat. And you don't need that much, you only need a little bit. This Shaoxing wine, or Fujian wine I should say, is like, it's basically like a seasoned rice wine. If I'm remembering correctly, but it's like salty. It's not like drinkable, so it kind of goes against the general principles of cook with cook with ingredients that you want to like eat, right? So usually when you're using wine, you want to use like a wine that you are that you'd be like really fine with drinking a glass with as well. So you can drink a glass along with your dinner. But Fujianese wine is not that. But that's also totally fine. So I'm gonna cut this cabbage. I'm just cutting this into like bite-sized squares. I don't eat that much. I am making 2 portions. I have my friend Kevin here. I'm gonna be feeding him as well. Alright, so this is all you need for the cabbage, right? Just like loosely chopped. Right, nothing too fancy. And then, so cabbage is going to add sweetness. It's also going to give a little bit more body to the final dish. And then I'm going to add an onion, sliced thinly. Did everyone say what is one thing that made them smile? I missed it all. I'm sorry, chat. Let's see. Okay, so I have my onions. I'm just gonna chop up these onions pretty into slices. I just sharpened all my knives yesterday, so I am very happy with where they are. Or I think that's my package. Let me grab this. I ordered a bunch of stuff for stream, so that's all coming in today, hopefully, and we should be ready for. We're actually doing like a grand opening on Sunday, so please stay tuned for that. That's going to be a fun one. At least we hope. I think they'll all be fun. Surprise guest. He's not really surprised. It's Kevin. Just Kevin, right? Kevin Hua. Kevin.
Who's asking?
No. They're talking about a surprise guest. But it's just Kevin Xia over
surprise.
Here. Surprise. There's Kevin. There he is.
Surprise.
So I'm just chopping this onion into slices. Onion's gonna add sweetness as well to the dish. So we don't need that much soy sauce. And now what I'll do is I'll make my sauce. Actually, I'll chop these scallions first. So I've been trying to use up all these ingredients that I get from my grandma because they are like almost at their like lifespan. I also am trying to be a zero waste kitchen, so all these little scraps go into the freezer and they get added to my stock.
Cook the rubber bands, Sean.
I can't.
There's zero waste. Cook the rubber bands.
I don't think that's actually edible.
Prove it.
Oh yeah, alright. I can put it into your dish, man. Like,
forget that.
But yeah, so I'm gonna trim off all these kind of like dry bits, but these are totally fine to use in stocks. They still have a lot of flavor in them. Just like if they are like going more like moldy or like rotten, that's when you want to throw them away. But everything else is like very, very, very usable. I really highly recommend everyone try to be like a zero waste kitchen as much as they can. It's really like better for everyone, right? Like you get so much use out of all the things that you're buying. So I a couple things that I do, I buy whole produce or like whole meats. Or like large cuts of meats, and then I will break that all down myself into like sizable portions. And then all the trim I will use for if I'm making sausages or like burgers or ground meat, and then any like trimmed fat I will render it out. So I'm gonna render out some pork fat later as well, so you guys can see that going on. First in chat. I don't know if you're actually first in chat. What's everyone in chat saying? Alright. Yeah, I'm so excited for us to finally have like events again. Hopefully like this year, man. Like hopefully by the end of this year we can see everyone in person. I really miss everyone. And like, cooking for yourself is no fun, but that's part of the stream. I'll be trying to cook for myself single meals. Hopefully y'all can relate in cooking for yourself and the struggle it has. But some of the ideas I want to do are like trying to like extend ingredients out into different like use cases, right? So I'm just cutting the scallions into sizes like this. They're like, say like a thumb's length long. Something you'll also know about me is that I don't measure anything ever, but we're gonna teach you exactly like how to cook confidently without measuring ingredients, right? Because I think that's like a big problem these days. So many people follow recipes, right? They follow recipes, and they're following to the T. And to me, I always make the analogy of like that's like learning to drive just by following your GPS, right? And that's we all know that's not like good to learn how to drive. You're not gonna learn how to like properly drive if you're just following like GPS instructions. You might get to like your last destination, but it's not like proper, right? So I'm trying to really teach you how to properly cook. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
No, that just doesn't. We're gonna get lost, bro. You're talking about like fucking.
No, dude. Like, how do you think people drove before, right?
I know people drove before. You think I'm 30. I was printing out like map quest instructions for my mom's places.
No, but like
my uncle taught me how to like read a map. Like he didn't even have the instructions. He was just like, "Yo, use this map from my glove compartment."
Yeah.
And give me back. I
Yeah.
was like, what?
And now you know how to drive.
That's not driving. That's not driving.
You know how to but you know how to like find your way, you know, right? Like I think something that you do, Kevin, really well is that like you're not directionally challenged like I am. I'm like super directionally challenged.
Yeah.
Right, but if you're
think it's because my uncle. You think it's a map quest?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You learn how to read a map. Alright, so okay, I'm gonna crack 4 eggs. 2 eggs per person is what I like to do. But I'll crack 4 eggs, and what I'm gonna do is just whisk these up with a little bit of this stock base and some soy sauce and some sugar. Right. Alright. Right, oh man. Something I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. He means type 1 in chat? What is the ones? I don't understand. What are we wanting for? This is like my boomer stuff coming out. Alright, so my eggs are beaten. I'm going to add a splash of the soup base. This is called Wigatsuo Tsuyu soup base. The concentrate type, but this is very strong. So I only recommend adding just a splash of this. We're going to add a splash to this container too, because I'm going to make a sauce as well. Like a soup stock to cook this in. Literally just like a tiny bit. And what that means, because I know that like a lot of people are like, oh, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean just a tiny bit? Just literally taste this, right? Like taste it, and you can taste like how strong it is. It's already a little sweet too, so we don't want to add too much, because if you add too much, you're just gonna have too much sauce, right? And you have to dilute it down more. I'm gonna add a touch of this smoked soy sauce, which smells amazing. So add about, I would say a little bit more than what I added of the soup base, and then a little bit of sugar. A little tiny bit of sugar. The soup base, like I said, it was already a little sweet. I used like half a spoon, but you know, it's do it to your liking, right? Like it's part of cooking. Everyone has a different palate. Everyone understands how to like what they like the best. You know, like people aren't gonna know what you like unless it's your grandma who's been cooking for you for forever, right? And that's part of the reason why grandma's food is so much better, because she knows what you like, and she will cater your cooking to you. That's something that I aspire to all the time, thinking about like what my guests like, right? I am teaching us Oyakodon. Thank you. So Oyakodon, just to give another recap, was one of the first dishes that I made growing up. Oh, that's good. All right, I'm gonna add a splash of water to this.
What is that?
Which one? This?
Yeah.
This is like what's going to be the soup base for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grill up saute up some chicken thighs here. Throw in this stock that I just made. It's like soup base, and then cabbage onion, let that cook. Scallions, and then top it with the egg, and then let that all cook together, and we'll top it over rice, which reminds me I need to turn on my rice, start my rice. So I am using a pressure cooker, which I am terrified of most of the time. Pressure cookers are not scary, but I have not used one before, so.
Yo, this is like the most advanced
Pressure
control panel for like a rice cooker I've ever seen.
It's a pressure cooker. It has a lot of things. So I'm tasting this now. It's still a little strong. We want this a little weaker, like diluted, because it is going to reduce down slightly in the pan. And the sauce here is actually like supposed to be really light. It's a really light sauce. At least that's how I like it. Okay, so we'll turn on my pan here. Turn it on 5 because 4 is unlucky, so therefore I never use 4. Literally the only reason. Those of you who I think are, it's a Chinese thing, so I think those of you who are Chinese might know what I'm talking about, but 4 phonetically sounds like death, so we don't use 4. Yes, please get me donos. Donos for, actually, just follow me so that I can start, like, I can be a Twitch affiliate, please, because we're trying to do a big stream in May, you know, low key, but it'll be fun, hopefully. Please follow. Subtrain! Yo, I want to do, low-key, I kind of want to do like a streamathon. I saw Ludwig doing this. Ludwig's a big streamer. And he was doing like a subathon where every sub he got added like a minute or like 10 seconds to his live stream time. And so people would keep on subbing, and then he would have to like stay on stream based on that. And he was like on stream consecutively for like 15 days. It was wild, but dude got hella subs. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I heard Winton's brother did like she told me her brother streamed for 72 hours straight.
That's crazy. Did he stream like him like sleeping too?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know,
so this is duck fat. Duck fat that I rendered out myself. I had like duck skin. And all you do to render out fat is that you have to start a pot with water, and then you add your fat in there, like add your skin, and then you let that boil. The water's gonna boil off and also render out some of the fat, but that's gonna help you get your fat going, right? Because if you just add it to a dry pan, all your fat is gonna do is gonna brown and crisp up too much. So you're not gonna render out everything. This will give you the clearest, cleanest fat to cook with and to use. So I'm gonna use duck fat. Just a little bit, just to help cook the pan.
Is it just from like you bought like a roast duck?
Yeah, well, I had like raw duck. Like,
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna throw some chicken in here. Some chicken. I really want like a Oyakodon. Also, can you hear that? My mic is like right next to the sizzle, so hopefully we can get like all that sizzling too. I love that sound. The sound of sizzling.
So also let us know if it's like super loud. This is a test stream too. So
Yeah.
if that's like not working for the viewers, like put it in chat.
Yeah, please do. We do everything. Alright, so this is all cooking. I'm gonna turn it up actually a little more. Oh man, that smells so good.
Yeah, that smells great.
Right?
Smells really good.
AMR stream. Truly AMR stream. ASMR. I'm gonna flip these over. We're not like truly looking for any color on this. Usually, like when this is done, sometimes they just throw the raw chicken into the broth and like really just like toast the chicken, which is an option. I like a little bit brown, a little bit of that Maillard reaction to get some flavor in there. Now I'm gonna throw in a little bit of cabbage. A little bit of onions. Your brain is overwhelmed. From what? From what, dude? From what, Wing?
Who said that?
Wing in chat.
Wing?
Yeah, it's not gonna go on, but yeah. Nah, it's my boy. My barber.
Oh yeah, I had him on your birthday.
Yeah. He cuts my hair.
Yeah.
And then some scallion whites and greens. Alright, now we're gonna add the stock. This is like enough to go kind of halfway up the chicken. You don't want it like swimming in broth, but you need enough broth to poach everything and then also cook the eggs. So we'll push some of these vegetables down in here.
Why do you call it poaching and not like braising?
When I think of braising, I think of like cooking a long time.
Oh, okay.
At low temperature. When I think of poaching, I think of like poaching
in liquid.
cooking in like a liquid, fully submerged.
Okay.
Braising will be like partially submerged. You can also like stewing is also a thing. They're all kind of like similar, but yeah.
I get it.
All right. So now these are all cooking down a little bit. I'm gonna throw in eggs. Right. Eggs are in. I realized I didn't mix my eggs, but it's okay. This one will be way stronger. I'm gonna come around and grab a pot lid. Right. So now we just need to poach this, or like let this kind of sit.
It's like you cover it all.
That's fine. No, you don't need to cover it fully.
Okay.
It's just like enough to let it sit.
Yeah.
To capture some of the heat.
Yeah.
So my rice will be done in looks like actually it won't be done yet. So I have leftover rice that I'm gonna reheat, but not time this well. You're still set. We're learning everyone. But I have some leftover brown rice. So I'm gonna heat that up and then put this over that. And then I'll have rice for tomorrow. Maybe I'll make some fried rice with this leftover cabbage. So, let's see. No, I don't know. I'm really sad. I've been really sad because I don't have white rice in this home yet. It's been a combination of me being lazy and then me also not having a place to store my rice in like a big tub, which is what I want. I have it at my parents' home, but I forgot to bring it with me. So I have not got any white rice, and I love white rice. White rice to me is the best beyond brown rice, because I don't like brown rice as much. I'll eat it, but okay. So this is exactly what we're looking for. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. See, it's still a little liquidy, and that's totally fine. But like otherwise, it's pretty set. I'm gonna let this go. Cook my chicken, see if it's done. In Japan, they actually like more like medium well chicken. You know, like it's pretty crazy. I've not had like a medium well chicken. You know, like slightly undercooked. Actually, like Chinese people like that too. Like the very moist breast. Come closer. Yeah, here. Let me show you. See it? This is what it should look like. Pot is yelling at me. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer, just to make sure that all the chicken is done. But you really don't want to cook this for too long because you want that like liquidy sauce. What's up, D Chang? How's it going? I'm using I shouted you out. I'm using the knife that you gave me. Thank you for this. It's a beautiful knife. I use it all the time. My fried rice recipe. I do fried rice. It depends on my mood, really. So like, I will do fried rice in a few different ways. If I want something like really dark, I'll use like soy sauce base. But typically I'll use like fish sauce in my fried rice to make it lighter, or I'll just do a combination of like salt, sugar, MSG in it, and I don't use any soy sauce at all. But it really depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll like throw, if I want like Korean fried rice, I'll throw in like kimchi, gochujang, make it red. My beauty routine, I have no I've been thinking about using like duck fat on my face. I heard that's like really good for your face. Not gonna lie. I've heard many things about duck fat and its like magical properties. But okay, so we have rice. I'm going to pour this on. Use a spatula. I'm gonna have some leftovers, I think. I hope this doesn't bring back any bad memories for anyone, you know, as they're ever a kid. If anyone got hit with one of these. I did not. Our weapon of choice was close fingers. Alright. Oyakodon in the bowl. In the bowl. And then I will make a second one as well. But for now, we'll top this off with a little bit of furikake. And a little dab of yuzu kosho, which is also one of my favorite ingredients. Yuzu kosho is a paste made out of yuzu, which is the Japanese citrus fruit, peppers, and salt. So it's a salty, bitter, sour paste that is full of flavor. So I'm going to just add a touch here, right on top. A touch more, because I like it spicy. And then I will give this a try, actually, just to make sure that it tastes good, that chicken is cooked. Yeah. Tasty. I like to finish some of these dishes off with a splash of fresh soy sauce. So soy sauce tastes different if you cook it versus fresh. So I like to use both. Sometimes when I'm making things that call for fresh soy sauce at the end. So I'm just do a little splash of this fresh soy sauce, and we can eat. Which one do you want this? Yeah, I'll make another one. Unless you want to wait.
I'll take it.
Okay. So Kevin will eat that one, and then I'll make another one fresh for me on stream. Here's a spoon.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah. Here's a spoon. Sorry, the table's a mess.
That's fine. I'll take it, thanks.
You're welcome. Alright, so we'll make another one. Same thing. I did realize that like that egg I didn't mix with all my seasoning, so this egg is gonna be a little more seasoned. You see it's like dark. Which is fine, totally fine.
Did you raw egg?
I didn't give you raw egg, I give you unseasoned egg. Unseasoned egg.
Yeah,
It's very different.
I guess I'll accept it. It smells really good.
Does it? I'm good. Yeah, let us know how it tastes. Cook Peking duck and then use the fat on my face. BB bitter melon. Said that. Thank you, BB bitter melon. I will. That's I will think about it. I will consider doing that. Likely will not because protect my face, my assets right here, right?
You're talking about like no. My mom just sent me this thing today about putting like making a face mask using like egg yolk and lemon. You know, let me read out like.
I feel like that's a thing. I feel like that could totally be a thing. It's like fat, right? It's fat, and the lemon is like detoxing. No?
Egg yolk, and some drop of lemon. Mix, apply to face with a clean brush. Dry, wash off, and apply another layer. Dry and wash off. My mom says try to slice this week. Feel really good. I can feel the pore strength a little bit.
Your mom's hella funny. I also don't have anything to cook Peking duck with, right? Because like Peking duck traditionally, you need something to separate the skin. So before, what they would do was also with Peking duck and poultry in general in the States, we tend to take out all the innards from the butt. So we're literally ripping out its innards from its ass and like taking it out, right? But in traditionally when they do Peking duck, they actually tend to take it out from the neck. So they'll cut open the neck and then take out everything. It causes a much smaller hole, and you're not like, you're trying to kind of create this like vacuum, like a seal inside the duct so that steams inside as well. But when you do it from the butt, right, that big hole is there, and you have to like sew it together essentially. All right, this chicken. Alright, a little bit of cabbage again. A little bit of cabbage, some onion. I am talking about butt stuff. You watch the VODs, you know, it'll be there. I know y'all like that. For sure. Alright, onions are in. I will put in also my scallions. I did microwave the rice. Is it hot? It's also hot from the seasoning in here. Yeah, everything's hot. The soup paste.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you basically boil when seasoning this. Alright, so now soup paste is in. Again, just enough to like put the chicken about halfway. Then I'm gonna push down my vegetables so that they can cook. Is this a kid-friendly stream? Is this stream kid-friendly? Hopefully it will be. But you know, like, I'm using a lot of cooking words, yeah. I mean, I'm sure...
Cussing words.
Cooking words, yeah. Using a lot of cooking words, I agree, Kevin. Monkey Link 07, what's up? Oh, I know who this is. What's up? Recipe should be it should be a bot response. You're right. I don't know how to set up bots at all. So if you know, please let me know. Because I am a boomer at heart, and in soul, and in spirit. Unless I'm drinking, in which case I am a college student. Okay, now I add in my eggs here. This one might be a little saltier since all the sauce for the eggs are on this one versus the other one, so we just have to taste it. And that's the thing with cooking, right? You have to. People don't taste as they go. Right, so I tasted my sauce, I knew my eggs were seasoned, I tasted the chicken once it was done, you know, all these things that kind of go into cooking. And I understand for those who are like, oh, like I don't have time to cook for everything, you know, whatever. Let me just tell you that you can, one of the biggest things that I have done that is a time saver is prep all my ingredients out, like on a Sunday, right? So I'll like chop my ingredients in different forms and different ways, and just save them in containers and put them in my fridge. And that way, I have access to things that are different sizes for a stir fry. I have things that can build like a base sauce or whatever for the day. What am I making? I am making Oyakodon. Oyakodon is a dish, chicken and egg over rice, cooked in like this kind of sweet savory sauce from Japan. It's one of the first dishes I learned how to make at Tsuru, our old Japanese restaurant. Is also one of the only dishes that my parents would actually eat that I made them. My parents growing up, my parents did not want to eat anything that I made. They thought everything I made was not good, which, you know, honestly was not. I definitely had some things that I needed to work on when I was younger. So they were calling me out on that, which is cool. But this was one of the dishes that I actually did get right. Who said I'm just dumb? Stacey, I'm not dumb. I made that for you once, did I? Oh, I did make it for you once. Sophia, thank you. Let's see. Alright. Yep, so here's my eggs. This really takes like a short amount of time. So, look, my eggs are already set. I don't know if you can see this, but my eggs are already set. Oops, I spilled some juice on my floor. Don't tell my person who owns this house. Alright, so my eggs are getting cooked. My rice is done. That's it. I'm actually gonna clear out some of the space, and while this is like finishing, I'm gonna cut up some. Don't worry, I won't waste any of this. I'm gonna chop this all up and make it for like a fried rice or stir fry tomorrow. So no worries on that. But I'm going to chop up some pork fat that I got from my sister. So I want to render out some lard. Right. I'm off. So I have pork fat and pork skin here. I'm just going to cut into like tinier pieces, more manageable pieces, and that will let me then put it into this pot over here that is filled with water, and I'm just going to let that go. Right, knife. Also say hi to Sophia. Yeah, guys, Sophia's in chat. Those of you who know who Sophia is, I won't say who it is on chat, but if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But they're in chat. Say hi, everyone. Chat, say hi to Sophia. Sophia, say hi to chat. Alright. So my pork, it really doesn't matter what size these are cut to, as long as they're like kind of manageable. This is all, not for this dish, but this is for me to render out lard. Lard is great to cook with. It's actually like the foundation flavor for a lot of cuisines. Like Mexican cuisine uses a lot of lard. Chinese cooking uses a lot of lard. So it's really hard for like people who are vegetarian or pescatarian to like eat more traditionally cooked dishes from like those cuisines, those regions. I have not found a workaround to get like that same level of depth of flavor without using lard, unfortunately. So we do have like, I do think that like, if you want to make something really traditional and taste correct in like the traditional sense, then like you really do need to use lard or like the animal fat that they're using, because that adds to the essence of the dish. All right. So all this goes in a pot with water. There's water in there, like I said earlier, to help render out all the fat. You don't want to start this in a dry pan because that's going to, it won't render out all the fat, and the fat is also going to get like kind of dark because you're like frying up all the fat and meat that are in here, and that's going to, again, darken the oil. You have a risk of burning as well, which you don't want. You don't want to burn your oil. Sophia's first guest. Yeah, Sophia could be the first guest. Sophia said to me that when she learns how to cook, or when she's old enough to learn how to cook, she wants me to teach her how to cook, which freaking melted my heart. And was like the sweetest thing that person has ever said to me. She is a darling, even though she doesn't like to show me affection, unfortunately. All right, these are almost done, and then I can go eat. This is also how you make like chicharron as well. So they'll like cut up like pork skin, pork fat like this. They don't need to start it in, and they being like people who make chicharron in their culture, they don't usually need to start it in boiling water because they'll have like a vat of rendered pork fat that they can use instead, right? I wonder what I'll do with these crispy pork skins. Maybe I'll use them for something. We'll see. Again, we're gonna be doing a stream on Sunday as well. I don't know what I'll be making. Maybe thinking about maybe pupusas. Maybe I'll make some apple pie or something along those lines. I do have apple pie filling that I made the other day that I need to make dough for. Also, chat, what do you think about this? Apple pie filling in Chinese dumpling wrappers. Yay or nay? Press 1 for yay and 2 for nay.
2. 2.
So like think of like a crispy pan fried dumpling, but with instead of meat, it's now apple pie filling. That is what I'm proposing. All right, so this is my Oyakodon. Again, we'll top it with furikake. Because I love furikake. And this one actually is, it's with bonito, which I like a lot. A little more flavorful. And then I will use the spoon for some yuzu kosho as well. I'm going to taste this before I add in any fresh soy sauce, because it might not need it. Again, remember the eggs here were more seasoned than the last batch. Yeah, good. I'm gonna add just a splash because I do like the fresh soy sauce flavor, but I don't need to add as much as I did the last time. So there's a little drizzle, and now I'll eat this. So when I was thinking about this dish, I'm usually pulling from like my experiences of Oyakodon. I know that I want juicy meat, I want sweet vegetables, a supple, succulent egg over rice that sops up everything. So this is, to me, one of my perfect bites here. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I love this dish. It brings back like a lot of memories. I'm already like coming back to my Subaru days where I would just make this and then put a bunch of spicy mayo on it and just eat it like that. I loved mayo as a kid. Something that I guess, I don't know. I think people have like a love-hate relationship with mayo, where like mayo gets a bad rap, but mayo is king to me. I hate ketchup though. Ketchup is gross.
I don't like ketchup either.
Yeah, ketchup is garbage. Trash tier condiment. Maybe like a B tier ingredient.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I get why people like ketchup. I don't like it, but I'm not gonna just like just like hate on ketchup like that. I think it's like sweet. It's too sweet. That's stuff that I don't want to be sweet.
I think the reason why I don't like ketchup is when I was growing up in grade school, there's one white dude, one of my friends, he put ketchup in his like cafeteria white rice, just mixed it all together, and to me that was like disgusting. And ever since then I was like, no ketchup for me.
It's like General Tso's like the sweet seasoning you put on meat, but for like Americans.
Yeah, right. Do you think that's why Chinese people think that Americans really like sweet because they saw ketchup and were like, oh shit, this is really sweet?
You think some China went to like a baseball game and was like eating a hot dog?
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Why is this so sweet, right?
I know what to do.
Yeah. you think like all right, press 1 if you think that is plausible, or press 2 if that's not it. You know, like if I'm pulling shit out my ass.
Do Americans like other sweet meats?
Sweet meat?
Yeah. Some other like sweet American meats. I think Chinese people like that stuff a lot more, to be honest. Like,
but I think it's the level of sweetness, right? Like there's like a lot of yes, we use a lot of sugar in our dishes, but the sugar that we use also isn't like white sugar. A lot of times Chinese people will use like
rock sugar.
Yeah, rock sugar or like the brick sugar, which tends to be a little less sweet because it's not refined.
Well, what is it based on? Like for the like Americans. what do Americans eat that's so sweet? Like I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I think of ketchup, right? I think of like that's like pretty sweet. I know like all the desserts that Americans like.
What about like meats?
But like, yeah, for like meats, like
Chinese people have way more sweet meats, right? Like chashu is like sweet.
It's more sweet than
yeah.
But you know, maybe it was that Americans like that, and they were like, oh, this is good. Like I want.
That's what like Americans think like Chinese food should taste like.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
you're really onto something. Like I want more of that. And they're like, all right, sure, like orange chicken. Like check this out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you like that? You like that? I'm about to freak this shit.
I heard that like orange chicken.
Bourbon chicken, like.
I heard that like orange chicken was like a mistake, right? Like someone accidentally threw in OJ into their like General Tso's chicken sauce, and was like, all right, well, this is orange chicken now.
It's not made with orange peel.
No, I mean like usually it should be made with orange peel, but
You think the peel is just like someone just like got the fucking like orange high C, and they're just like, yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, you know, I used to eat I used to get orange high C all the time from fast food places because I thought it was good for you.
Oh.
I thought it was like orange juice.
Yeah.
Like, and it said like, oh, there's vitamin C in here, and I was like, oh, like this is when I was like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm gonna try to be healthy. I'm gonna have like as much like orange high C as possible. I'm gonna like full of vitamins, you know, and like. Somewhere along the way, something was just like, yo, you realize there's just fucking like sugar juice, you know, like you don't treat like ocean spray that way. Like, you're like, why the fuck would you like? I'm like, oh yeah, good point.
What did I make with this?
It's just raw onion.
Raw onion and cabbage. I guess I can just stir fry it, right?
You make like sauerkraut.
I guess you could. I guess. Right, sauerkraut. All right. Wow, what did you think of the food?
Yeah, it was good.
Pretty good.
It was good
for like.
I wish my egg was more seasoned.
Fair.
Yeah.
It tastes the same to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I think I think it could have been saltier. That's just like to my taste. I think like it's supposed to taste very like eggy, very moist. I don't know. That's how every time I've had Oyakodon, that's how it tastes. It tastes like that's how I'll get at a restaurant. Yeah. Like even more egg.
Yeah. Well, the eggs that
skip out on the egg.
The eggs that what's it called? That they use in Japan at least are like much better. They're much like yolkier, eggier. Like the yolks are super dark.
Different eggs.
Yeah,
in Japan,
yeah,
right?
super dark. You can actually buy those at like Japanese markets, I think.
Here.
Like here, I think you can buy them in like Japan Village or Sunrise Mart, but they're just hella expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless you really want like that, like nice deep yellow yolk. You know, fun fact: there's this chef Dan Barber who I have mixed feelings about, but that's a conversation for another day. But Dan Barber has a barn called. His restaurant is called Stone Hills at Blue Barns or something like that, I think. And he has his barn, and he started feeding his chickens peppers, like red peppers, and the eggs that they laid, now their yolks became like red in like color and like pigment. It was wild. It wasn't spicy or anything, and I think like chickens can't even taste like the spiciness. Like they don't have the receptors. Yeah.
No, is that true? Like,
yeah. No, for real.
Can you imagine a fucking chicken like eating a hot pepper? Like
yeah. Chickens eting a hot pepper. They don't taste the capsaicin.
Sure?
Yeah. And that's why they're eating it. And now their fucking yolks were like red, like deep red.
I know, like my mom fed a bird a jalapeno once, and like it started like acting different. And we were feeding it like other stuff, and then she was like, we were at a theme park, we were at an amusement park, and we were eating trays of nachos, like nacho and dip with the jalapenos in it. And so we were tossing like tortilla chip crumbs at the bird, and my mom was like, I want to give it a jalapeno to see if like what happens. They started putting jalapenos at the birds. One of the birds ate it, and it started like acting different. It was like moving around like more erratically. So it's like
maybe it was spicy.
Like birds, yeah, birds feel something, you know.
I don't know, man. Maybe it really liked it. Maybe it just want more. Who knows?
Either way.
I feel like that's it. That might be the end of the stream. So beyond that, like I'm just cooking this pot of water here of skin, and this is gonna render out. I'm gonna have a bunch of pork fat, and it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna use it all the time.
Come back on Sunday.
Sunday, where I fry things in pork fat. Possibly.
Follow.
Yeah, please follow. Please follow us on here so that we can become Twitch affiliate, so that we can start making some money from this. Hopefully.
What time on Sunday?
I think I'm aiming for like 2 or 3, but we'll see. We'll,
2 or 3 p.m.
Eastern, yeah.
Sunday.
Is a bird. Neil is a bird. Yeah, true. True. Alright guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming by and letting and saying hi. Let me know how stream went, what you thought of it. Hopefully we'll have more, maybe even more like low-key, bigger projects. This was like something quick that we did. But thanks. I was a little nervous first stream, kind of nervous. But you know, I think it all went out well. Let us know. Let me know directly if you have suggestions or anything like that. But peace.